Good afternoon, freshmen, and happy math intervention. Today you're going to be starting to learn a new skill, one that we haven't learned in class, so you're going to have to pay very careful attention to the video. You're going to be subtracting fractions with regrouping. That means you're going to have a mixed number, and you're going to need to take away a fraction that's larger than the fraction in that mixed number. You're going to have to borrow. We're going to go ahead and get started by looking at an example. 1 1/3 minus 2/3. Remember, the number that I'm going to subtract from comes first. 1 1/3 minus 2/3. I can't take 2/3 away from 1/3. So let's think about how I could borrow. If I drew a model of this, I would have 1 whole and 1/3. If I need to take 2/3 away, what I'm going to do is split that whole into 3 pieces. So I don't just have 1/3 now, I've got 3 more thirds, because 1 whole that I'm taking away is the same as 3/3. So I have 4 thirds when I borrow. Now I can subtract. 4 thirds minus 2/3 is 2 thirds. I know this might be tough. Let's look at another example, and by the end you're going to be experts. 1 2/5 minus 4/5. Again, I'm going to set up my t-chart. I've got 1 2/5 minus 4/5. I can't take 2/5 minus 4/5 because 4/5 is larger than 2/5. So I have to borrow. Again, I've got 1 2/5. If I break this 1 whole apart to borrow, how many fifths will I have to add? 5 fifths. 1 whole is the same as 5 fifths. That means that I've got 7 fifths I can subtract from. 7 fifths minus 4 fifths is 3 fifths. Let's look at another example. 1 1/4 minus 2/4. Again, I'm going to set up my t-chart. 1 1/4 minus 2/4. I can't subtract 1/4 minus 2/4. So I need to borrow. When I borrow from 1, how many fourths will I need to add to my 1/4? I'll need to add 4 fourths, because 4 fourths is equal to 1. I now have no wholes, and I have 5 fourths. What's 5 fourths minus 2 fourths? It's 3 fourths. Let's look at another example. 1 1/8 minus 3/8. Again, I'm going to set up my t-chart. I can't subtract 1/8 minus 3/8, so I have to borrow. If I borrow from this 1, how many eighths will I need to add? I'll need to add 8 eighths. So how many eighths do I have? I have 9 eighths. Now I can subtract. 9 eighths minus 3 eighths equals 6 eighths. You've done a great job with this video. Your practice is on paper today. Now that you're finished with the video, raise your hand and ask your teacher for your practice worksheet.